Tung 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 tung. Perhatian, Bobby Chris ngobrol segera dimulai. Siapkan diri kamu untuk menerima informasi edukatif yang asik dari Bobby dan Chris. Cari posisi dan kondisi yang senyaman mungkin untuk mendengarkan episode kali ini. Selamat mendengarkan. Dung 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 dung.
Selamat datang di Bobbypedia Bedtime Story. Segmen khusus Bobby akan ngobrol lebih banyak sama Sobat Poci sambil belajar bahasa Inggris bareng-bareng. Segmen ini biasanya muncul di setiap minggu pertama. Cuma mundur sedikit ya karena sakit. Belakangan di sini lagi musim-musim sakit, perubahan cuaca soalnya pancaroba. Jadi Sobat Poci jaga kesehatan juga ya. Jadi jangan sampai kelewatan sama segmen-segmen dari Poci. Share juga ke teman-teman Sobat Poci yang ingin belajar bahasa Inggris juga. Yang di terakhir aku bilang tentang persiapan yang gede gitu ya, masih aku siapin dulu. Jadi ditunggu aja Sobat Poci, apa yang akan muncul di Pocin. Yang belum follow di platform audio kesayangan Sobat Poci, silakan langsung di follow saja. Atau di Instagram juga ada. Ya segitu aja Chris pengumumannya. Bobby yang mau baca ceritanya, kan segmennya Bobby, banyaknya ya Bobby yang ngomong lah. Iya. Kayaknya udah gak sabar nih gitu. Ya udah break lama. Iya. Oke, bedtime story kali ini tentang apa, Bobby? Cerita itu terkenal, Chris. Pernah dibuat film kartun. Harusnya kalau terkenal udah pada tahu ya semua ceritanya. Ngapain sih dibawain? Ya iya sih, tapi kan banyak yang gak tahu juga. Kan Chris kan ini millennials ya, kalau Sobat Poci gak tahu. Ya anak-anak zaman sekarang yang kecil-kecil gitu kayak Bobby gitu. Ya mana ngerti cerita-cerita gini. Ya Bobby ngerti sih, yang lain gak tahu. Iya bener juga ya, beda generasi ya. Jadi yang didengar juga sudah beda, yang dikonsumsi informasi atau medianya sudah beda. Sekarang banyaknya main TikTokan. Anak-anak ya enggak selalu kasih pesan moral ke anak-anak sih. Enggak kayak zamanku dulu ya, diceritain sebelum tidur. Nah itu makanya ada bedtime story nih. Tujuannya untuk membawakan momen itu kembali. TikTok itu yang mbak-mbak joget-joget. Ya enggak semua sih isinya joget-joget semua TikTok. Tapi ya kebanyakan. Oh kebanyakan. By the way, kok konten kita ndak pernah masuk ke TikTok ya? Kan sekalian mendidik gitu loh. Siapa tahu bisa FYP. Bobby tahu lah istilah FYP ya. Ya iyalah, Bobby kan mengikuti update terus. Gak punya HP sih tapi ya mengikuti. Bobby masa lupa dulu kita pernah buat konten di TikTok berapa kali, tapi kayaknya kurang cocok sih. Jadi berhenti dulu. Jadi ya kita fokus ke Instagram lah. Instagram isinya ndak pernah update, itu banyak kosongnya. Aduh. Iya. Makanya dibantu Bobby. Jangan aku yang kerja semua. Dibantu dong biar podcast bocen ini makin eksis. Mana bisa bantu Bobby, kan tangannya kecil. Lu lihat kecil. Bobby aja kecil, tangannya kecil, mana bisa bantu apa-apa lah terus lah. Iya bener sih. Ya udah durasi langsung aja lah. Masuk ceritanya Bobby. Mesti terus ini banyak gitu. Bobby mau bacakan satu cerita ini lama banget ya. Judulnya itu Pied Piper. Ada yang juga nyebutnya itu The Pied Piper of Hamelin. Ceritanya dari superbooks.com. Teks ceritanya dalam versi bahasa Inggris dan Indonesia. Sobat Poci bisa cek di deskripsi ya. Selamat mendengarkan. The Pied Piper. Once upon a time, there was a little town called Hamelin right beside the river. It had been a fantastic harvest that year, and boats unloaded the huge bags of corn grown by happy farmers from across the country. But where there is corn, there are rats. The people of Hamelin were very sad because the rats started to eat anything they could get their greedy, pointed little teeth into. They even nibbled furniture. One actually ate an old man's smelly socks that he'd left on the floor. The rats were not frightened of people. They were in houses, under beds, inside cupboards, even in the schoolroom. One old lady went to the mayor and said, "I was just drifting off to sleep last night when I felt there was something beating me. I shot up in bed and a great big stinking rat was chewing my ear."
Have you thought about traps? Replied the mayor. With all those blasted rats around, I'd need 10 traps in every room, yelled the old lady. The mayor didn't have a clue what to do. The mayor's officer asked, "What about cats?" "I'm glad I thought of that," said the mayor. The mayor ordered hundreds of cats from pet shops across the land. Boxes of purring, meowing, hissing, crawling cats soon arrived, and one was given to every household. "That will do the trick," thought the mayor. But by now the rats had grown so big that all the cats just took one look at them and ran off as fast as they could. The mayor and the townspeople had nearly given up hope when a weird-looking man arrived and marched straight into the mayor's office. He wore the strangest clothes. His jacket and cloak were made of scraps of different colored material, all stitched together. And he had a big red floppy hat with a big feather sticking out of the top. "They called me the Pied Piper," he said, and pulled out a flute from under his cloak. "I can get rid of the rats." "You can? I'd give big money for that," answered the mayor. "How much?" asked the Pied Piper. 100 pieces of gold," answered the mayor. "Make it 200 and you've got a deal." They shook hands and the Pied Piper said, "Come to the town square down by the river at 10 o'clock tonight and you will see what you will see." The mayor and his officer waited at the town square at 5 to 10. Just then they heard a strange and beautiful tune that got nearer and nearer. It was the Pied Piper playing his flute. The mayor and his officer were astonished to see that behind him were thousands of hypnotized-looking rats. The Pied Piper marched through the square to the river, and the rats all followed him. He kept walking, playing his flute, took a deep breath, and sang right under the surface. The flute music turned to bubbles as it faded away. The rats had all got so lazy that they couldn't swim, and every single one of them sank down, were swept away by the current, and drowned. Suddenly, the Pied Piper burst to the surface and took a big gulp of air. He came out of the river, shook himself, and marched up to the mayor with a big smile. 200 pieces of gold, please," he said. "I'm not sure that what you did was worth such a large sum of money. It only took you a few minutes after all," said the mayor. "A deal's a deal," said the Pied Piper. "Come back, same time, same place, tomorrow night." The mayor thought he was very clever for having got rid of all the rats without having to spend any money. Next night, the mayor and his officer waited as they had done before. There was no sign of the piper. Then they heard the strange music again. The Pied Piper appeared, and they were shocked to see that this time he led a big group of all the children in the town, all in their pajamas, looking just as hypnotized as the rats had been. The Pied Piper marched closer to the river, still playing his magical music, and soon some of the children were up to their knees in the water. The mayor raised up and yelled, "Stop, stop, I was only joking. Of course you shall have your 200 pieces of gold." The Pied Piper suddenly stopped, and music came to an end. Immediately, the children woke up, and with lots of splashes and splooshes, cries and shouts, they raced back to their home. "Oh, thanks heaven for that," gasped the mayor. "You'd better come with me." In the mayor's offices, the officer unlocked a big metal box and opened the lid.
inside gleam all the gold. I broke my promise and I'm very sorry, said the mayor. How much do I owe you? 200 pieces of gold, please. Give him 300, said the mayor to the officer. The officer counted out the gold and handed it to the Pied Piper in a big bag. Like a tune before I go? Asked the Pied Piper. No, thank you. That won't be necessary, quickly answered the mayor. Pied Piper strode off with a big smile on his face. I have learned my lesson, said the mayor. And now I know how important it is to always keep your promises. Oh ya, ini disclaimer dulu ya. Ini ceritanya bukan ngajarin Sobat Boci balas dendam ya ke orang yang tidak tahu terima kasih. Ya intinya pesannya ya kalau punya janji ya ditepati gitu. Bukan kalau misalnya diingkari habis itu dihukum gitu, bukan ya. Nah, Bobby bacakan beberapa kosakata sulit di cerita tadi beserta dengan artinya. Didengarkan baik-baik ya. Pertama adalah harvest, yaitu kata benda, artinya panen tanaman. Unloaded adalah kata kerja bentuk lampau, berarti menurunkan muatan. Nibbled juga sama, kata kerja bentuk lampau artinya menggigit, menggerogoti gitu ya, kan tikus ini. Lalu ada purring, meowing, hissing, and crawling. Itu suara binatang semua ya. Purring itu mendengkur kayak orang tidur itu ya. Meowing itu yang mengeong kayak kucing. Hissing itu mendesis seperti ular. Dan crawling itu menggeram seperti orang marah. March adalah kata kerja bentuk lampau, artinya berjalan masuk. Stitched adalah kata sifat, artinya dijahit. Cloak merupakan kata benda berarti jubah. Itu loh kain besar seperti baju cuma panjang sekali. Town square adalah kata benda berarti alun-alun kota atau pusat kota orang-orang berkumpul. Breath juga kata benda, artinya tarikan nafas. Dan surface sama juga kata benda berarti permukaan. Karena di cerita tadi yang dimaksud itu arus sungai, bukan ya kata benda juga. Drown adalah kata sifat, artinya tenggelam di dalam air. Terakhir adalah splush atau splash, sama sih kedua-duanya artinya cipratan air. Mungkin Sobat Boci ada yang nggak tahu kenapa itu Pied Piper ya. Kalau Piper kan jelas ya, namanya kok Pied Piper gitu ya. Nah, Piper itu adalah itu apa yang pakai suling itu ya, pakai apa alat tiup itu. Kalau Pied itu yang ada topinya, ada bulunya di atas. Nah, itu namanya Pied. Bukan Pied kan, bukan Pied, P-I-E-D. Nah, gimana menurut Sobat Boci soal cerita Pied Piper tadi? Tulis pendapat Sobat Boci di kolom komentar ya, biar bisa jadi lebih baik lagi. Bobby ulangi pesan cerita Pied Piper tadi. Kalau Sobat Boci sudah berjanji dengan orang lain, jangan lupa ditepati, baik itu janjinya besar ataupun kecil. Pastikan kamu lebih baik dari kemarin. Bye-bye.